Welcome. This video is also a continuation of managing extensions, and we are still managing our module extension, but the particular module extension which we are managing in this video is our top module. I will simply make sure that my server and my database are still running. I have it minimized here, so I'll just maximize it. Okay, they are both still running, so I'll simply minimize it back, and I'll go to my website. Now this particular menu, or this particular module here, this one is what we call the top module. Why it's not showing us the title top is because they must have the default in this particular module in our administrator end must have said no, as in not to show the title just like the other ones. That's why we cannot see the word top. But this is our top module. Alright. To modify or manage this module, we'll simply go back to our back end just the way we've been doing before. And then we'll go to where we have, okay, we are still inside our module. So I'll simply scroll down while I look for the module called top. Okay, I've seen one here called top and it's in position 1. To make sure that this is the particular module we are talking about, I'll just come to this other page and look at the position here. Okay, yes, this is position 1. So it's actually the right module. So I'll simply go back to the top module, which is the position 1, and then I'll click on it as usual. Once I click on it as usual, it brings me back. It brings me here as usual. The first is details, the status, we're leaving it as published. The title, we're leaving it as top. Okay, show title is actually on show, but it's not showing us the title at our front end. Well, that might be a little error, but we'll simply leave it the way it is because we don't actually need it to show the title in that particular module. Alright, position is in navigation position 1. I'm actually okay with it being in this position 1 because that's how it is normally. You should have it in this position. For most sites, this is where you have this top module that has the different pages. So I will simply leave it at this right at this position called position 1. So I'll simply go back to my backend. There's no need changing the position. Access, I'll leave it as public. The ordering, we'll leave it. Start publishing, finish publishing, and the rest here will simply leave them the way they are. Now we'll now go to basic options, and everything here will also leave it the way it is. Go to advanced options. The only thing we normally change here, remember, is our module style. What we'll have here is inherited. And if I go back to my front end, it's actually not bad. It actually looks like well, something like you can actually see a little depression inside. But what we'll simply do is just what we've been doing for other modules. Just go back and change it to well. Under module style, I'll click, then I'll scroll down. Make sure I scroll down to protostar. This is bees, this is protostar. I'll click on well. And I'll click on save. Once I click on save, I'll simply go back to my front end and I would refresh and see the changes that were made here. Once I refresh, look at what it gives me. Okay, now it's not showing me the title because I changed the module style to well. Well, I don't think I like it this way. I would love it the way it was before. But let me try removing this title and see how it will look like without the title. I'll simply go back to my back end and then I'll click on hide, show title. I'll click on hide, then I will save it. Once it's saved, I'll go back to my front page and then I will refresh. Okay, this is how it looks like. Home sample site with a well. format as my style, but I don't want it this way. So what I'll simply do now is go back to my back end, and then I'll go to advanced option. I'll remove the module style from well to, or change it to no. All I need to do is scroll down. I'll click on no. Once I click on no, I'll now click on save. Once I click on save, I'll go back to my front end. You might actually like yours this way, but for me, I'm not comfortable with it this way. So it depends on you. You don't have to follow what I'm doing all through. You just do what you feel you're comfortable with or what you like your site to look like. As for me, I've changed this to no as the module style, so I'll simply refresh. Okay, it's back to the way it is before. So I'll simply leave it like this. I'll go back to my backend and continue my management and my modification. This is where I was, where I changed this to no module style. Now the last thing to do here is the menu assignment. Actually, this module called the top module should actually be on all pages, because any site you go to, no matter the page you go, at least you should be able to see this top module on all the pages. So I'll simply leave it on all pages. Yours might be different, so all you need to do is click here and then you click on all pages. By now you should be familiar with what module assignment is. Alright, once I've done that, I'll simply save or save and close whichever one, but I have to save first, or I save and close anyone. Alright, now this is all we shall be managing in our top module. I hope you understood it. It's just more of a repetition of our modification of other modules which we have been doing earlier. Thank you. See you in other videos.